The Government of Canada has announced a brand new PR pathway pilot program for French-speaking international students. In this video, we'll go through the details of this pathway. Before we get started, my name is Madhur Parashar. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. My contact information is here and in the description. If you have any questions about your immigration, please reach out to me and subscribe to this channel. So let's get started. So first of all, at a very high level overview, here's how this program works. You have to be the citizen of a certain short list of countries. If you're a citizen of those countries and you speak French, then you can apply to certain Canadian colleges. If you have a letter of acceptance from those colleges, then you can come to Canada as an international student with your family members. And once you graduate from these courses, you will have a dedicated pathway to PR. So this is a very, very high level overview. Now let's understand why this program has been introduced. So there are two official languages in Canada, English and French. Most French-speaking people live in Quebec. The government wants more French-speaking people to live outside Quebec. So they've identified 24 communities. These could be cities, towns, villages. 24 shortlisted communities have been identified. So these 24 areas that have been shortlisted, they're called Welcoming Francophone Communities, WFCs. Government is trying to bring in French-speaking people and settle them in these communities. So about this program, let's talk about who is eligible for this program. So first of all, like I said, you have to be a citizen of a short list of 33 countries. Most of these countries are located in Africa. Unfortunately, countries like India, Pakistan, Philippines are not on this short list. So citizens of those countries are not eligible. The second thing is you should speak French. So you should have a TEF or TCF French exam with a minimum of CLB 5. The third is you have to be living outside Canada when you apply as an international student. The fourth is that you have to obtain a letter of acceptance from certain Canadian colleges. Now, these cannot be any college in Canada anywhere. They have to be from a short list of colleges that are participating in this pilot program. That shortlist has not been released. It will be released later. Once it's released, we will share it on this channel. Most probably, these colleges will be located within those 24 communities. So you apply to these colleges, get a letter of acceptance. Now, there are some restrictions on what type of programs you can pursue at these colleges. So they should be minimum 2-year duration program, 2-year long programs. They should lead to a diploma or a degree, so no certificate programs. And the third criteria is that the medium of instruction of these programs should be at least 50% French. So these are French language, French medium courses. Any course that is delivered mainly in French language. That doesn't mean language courses. I mean that the medium of instruction should be French language. So once you apply and you get a letter of acceptance from these colleges, okay, the next eligibility criteria is the proof of funds. So there is some flexibility here. As we know that an individual applicant needs around $20,600 proof of funds based on the LICO cutoff. Now, there is some flexibility for this program. The government has divided these 24 communities into 5 groups, A, B, C, D, E. Group A is large cities or big areas with population greater than 500,000. Group B and C are smaller places. D and E are much smaller. They are rural areas. So depending on the location of the college where you're studying, there is different proof of fund requirement for each community. So for Group A, you still have to meet $20,600. For Group B and C, the requirement is a little lower, 17,700. For D, it's 16,000 something, and for E, it's 14,000. So the funds requirement is a little lower. Once you arrive at these communities, they will have support programs, which means they'll help you find a job, they'll help you improve your language, develop new skills. So there'll be support programs. And the best part is, once you graduate from these programs, the government will offer you a dedicated or exclusive pathway to become permanent residents. Now, what that pathway will be, the details have not been released yet. Maybe it's through express entry, maybe it's through a separate PNP type stream. We don't know the details yet. Those are the details of this pilot program. As you can see, this is at an announcement stage, so a lot of details are not available. We'll post them when they become available. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the latest updates on Canadian immigration. My name is Madhur Parashar. Reach out with any immigration questions.